Hello friends, welcome to the Infologs YouTube channel. So as I have told already in the previous month, I guess, that I'm gonna start new series on C# computer programming language. Okay, so this is the first video tutorial where we are going to discuss about the C# computer programming language. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you that what the whole series offers you. Okay, so this series is designed for the beginners of C sharp, as well as the course progress will also include the intermediate level as well as advanced level of C sharp, right? So this series can be covered we will cover most of the important topics of C sharp. Okay, so majorly we'll follow all the articles which is published on infologs.in. So based on the topics, I'll create videos on each Friday, right? So yeah, so let's start with the first article in today's session. So let me go to the infologs.in where I can find the C sharp tutorials. Okay, so here we have few articles published, and I'll also publish a few more as the course progresses on. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the starting part of C sharp. Okay, so what what is C sharp? It's a fundamental question. Okay, it's basic question. So normally, let's go for the definition. Okay, it's very simple. It's a C sharp. It's a simple and powerful object-oriented programming languages. Okay, so don't think about what is object-oriented, what are the different types, and no, okay, you don't need to think of that. As soon as we progress with this course, you automatically get to know all these kind of stuffs. Okay, so currently what you have to remember is the C sharp is a computer language which is useful for giving the instructions to the computer. Okay, let's say I have a requirement like I want to tell my computer to, hey computer, do this. Okay, or I wanted to get some information from the Google. So computer will not understand the human languages, right? So computer understands only the binary language, that is 0101, but human can't explain that kind of stuff to the computer. Okay, to resolve this problem we need a particular language which is human readable as well as a computer understandable, right? So there we have a list of computer programming languages like, let's say, Java, C sharp, VB, F sharp, PHP, Perl, Python, Ruby and Rail, JavaScript, jQuery. Okay, all of this language have their unique features. Okay, different programming pattern, not pattern, that's a structure, programming, let's say, syntax. Okay, so how do we write this language? How do we know how to write C sharp? Well, to solve this problem we have this video series, right? So in this video we are going to see the fundamental things, what is the history of C sharp computer language, and what are the different features available with the new releases, and what is the current release of C sharp programming language, right? Okay, so I think we have talked a lot of things about C sharp, so let's get the basic steps. As I told you, this is the pure object-oriented programming language developed by C sharp, sorry, Microsoft. Okay, so C sharp can be used to create various type of applications such as web applications, mobile application, console applications, or neither, right? So in this series what we are going to do, so we'll cover most of the concepts, the examples, and different number of topics which is purely dedicated to particular C sharp related things. Okay, so let's jump to the history. So it's simple. The C Sharp has evolved much since its first release of 2002, and that was with the .NET Framework 1.0. Okay, so currently you don't think about what is .NET Core, .NET Framework 1.0 and all that stuff. When we jump to the live examples, so you will get automatically get idea about that. What is framework, what is C Sharp language, how do we write it, how do we understand it, what are the concepts, all these questions we are you will get answers automatically as soon we go to the course. So currently what you have to remember is actually don't need to remember that. Okay, just keep an eye, just you should aware of it, right? So in 2002 the C Sharp 1.0 was released with the .NET Framework 1.0 and 1.1 with the Visual Studio .NET. Visual Studio is an IDE for the C Sharp. We are going to use the Visual Studio. Okay, so there will be basic features. So what are the basic features? So let's say I want to make conditions, like if this is happened then we have to do this, if this is not happened then we have to do this. Okay, this kind of basic structures, then loopings. Okay, so you have to print 1 to 10, and then how do you print it? Okay, so I'll make sure that I'll write 10 lines. Okay, 10 lines, but I don't want to write it 10 lines. Okay, so in that I'll use the loops. Okay, these are the different concepts. So here we have listed a few important features on the basis of each release. So the 1.0 they have included the basic features. On 2.0 they have generics, partial types, anonymous types, methods, iterators, nullable pointers, nullable types, private setup, private properties, method groups, conversation delegates, static classes. Okay, all of these we have listed over here, and each feature has its unique usage. Okay, so if you see, so currently we have 8.0. Okay, so we have with the Visual Studio 2019, and we are going to use this much stuff. Okay, so we have a .NET Core 3.0 and we have Visual Studio 2019 community editions, right? So you don't care about the license, just log in there and start using of it. Okay, so if you go here, so here a lot of things out there, right? So as soon as they are releasing a new stuff, they are keep adding the new features to the C Sharp language. Okay, so currently C Sharp is the I think my favorite languages. Okay, so how C Sharp derives, so I could say the C Sharp is a subchild of Java and C++. Okay, so there will be some functionality you'll see just like Java, and also you'll see the C and C++. Okay, so all these three languages are merged into the C Sharp, right? So let's say what if I learn the C Sharp language? So I could say, so if you know about the C Sharp language, so you are also knowing the Java languages. Okay, so automatically, so there I see just 70% you can consider as a Java language, because the structure is relatively same, right? Okay, so for details you can also visit the Microsoft documentations for what's new in C Sharp. So here you'll see all the important concepts, how to write C Sharp, but that is all you can say the intermediate levels. This is not for the beginners, right? So in this video, okay, I think we have covered a lot of things about the C Sharp. So going back to the C Sharp. Okay, so our next is how do we set up our environment. So for the environment setup is very simple, as I have already told you that you have to install the Visual Studio 2019 or any if you have. Okay, so but it's better if you go for the latest one, because as soon as we go through the course there are some features which is available only in 2019, so we should easy for the futures, right? So yeah, so for the environment setup, just you can install the, okay, let me show you. Visual Studio. Okay, I have already installed it, that's why it's showing Visual Studio installer. I'll just show you what are the options that you need to keep checked while installing the Visual Studio. Okay, it's just opening. Okay. So here this is already installed, that's why it's showing like this. So here I'll go and modify, so you'll see this kind of stuff when you start the installation. Okay, so what you have to do is just click this ASP.NET and web development, also the desktop development, so you'll get automatically the languages whichever you need. You can also select this language because this is also in the market. The .NET Core is also gaining popularity. Okay, yeah, this is the simple things. There's no any rocket science for the installation of Visual Studio nowadays. It's they have Microsoft have make it very easy for the installation. Okay, so just keep this 2 or 3 options enabled and then hit install. It will keep installation will take a couple of hours to complete, so till you just relax and read the articles on infologs.in, right? Okay, so we have talked about the C# language as well, the history, and also the environment setup. Okay, so yeah, the framework. Okay, so if you see over here, whenever you select the options, it will automatically install the frameworks as well. Okay, so if you go for the individual component, here you can see there are different frameworks available: .NET Framework 4.5, 4.1. Okay, so don't go for this much details for the initial stage, so just click on this 1 or 2 options, so it will automatically select the latest framework, that is 4.5.7 or 4.7 might be, yeah, 4.5, sorry, it's a 4.8 now. Okay, with 2019, so it will keep selecting automatically, so you don't care about that what kind of framework I'm using and all that stuff for the initial basis. Okay, now, so in other way, we can consider this .NET framework as a platform where you can write your different kind of web application codes. Let's say I wanted to write a simple desktop application, right? So I can use the .NET framework. So I wanted to write a web application. Again, I can use the .NET framework. I wanted to just test my application. So again, I can use the .NET framework. Right, so all of these options are wrapped up into the .NET framework. So whatever you use, let's say I'm using a 4.8, so you are using the latest features of that, different kind of options, different templates, everything is there, right? And different languages as well. Okay, so we are focusing on the C#, not with the Visual Basic and F#. Okay, that will be on the another series in futures. Hope so. So then you can create a simple basic project and with a console project and all that stuff. So we'll discuss that in our next video tutorial. So what are the advantages of the Visual Studio? Well, we will also talk the advantages and how we can get start with our first project in our next video tutorial. So I think till now we got the basic idea about C Sharp, what is C Sharp, why we need to understand it, because I have talked to you like human and computers can't understand each other's language, so that's why we have to keep one layer in between, which can, or we need a bridge. So these computer languages are bridges to understanding the human languages as well as the computer language, right? So they are bridge between humans and computers. So yeah, so and we also talked about how we can install the Visual Studio. So yeah, one more thing that I have forget before. So how do you download that Visual Studio? So just go to the download Visual Studio. Okay, so go to the visualstudio.microsoft.com, and there you will see the community edition, powerful IDE, free for students, open source, blah 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 blah, right? So just download it. So it's I think 5 to 6 GB download, so you have to wait for a few things depending on your internet connection. Yeah, so everything we have given to you. So now you just go ahead and download the Visual Studio, install it, and come back for our next video tutorial. Okay, and before closing this, I would like to tell you what the Infologs channel offers. Okay, so on Infologs YouTube channel, sorry, so you will see a lot of different tutorials available. Oops, let's go there, youtube.com/ okay. So here you'll see a different kind of tutorials at a single place, right? So here you'll see the mobile application, you'll see cross mobile application development tutorials, you'll see Objective-C specifically for mobile, then Android tutorials, then PhoneGap tutorials. We have few C# tutorials as well. We have a famous ASP.NET tutorials, and we have also a newly launched called ASP.NET Core video tutorial, which is gaining a popularity, very high popularity right now in the market. Yeah, so I suggest you should go for the ASP.NET Core instead of ASP.NET Traditional or MVC, right? Yeah. So on the screen you will see the 4 options where you can, the first one is for the subscription of this YouTube channel, and the second is the whole C# playlist, and the next you'll see the previous and next video tutorials for the C# programming languages. So I think just watch the next video tutorials. So till then, do practice, keep learning, and for this our motto will be making developers life easy by explaining the C# concepts. Thank you for watching till now. Abhishek Bede signing off. Bye bye.